You're all very welcome here today to our 2018 conferring ceremony. Before the ceremony commences, and for your safety and comfort, I would like to bring the following information to your attention. So there are 3 exits in this venue, 2 emergency exits to the rear and 1 to my left. So in the unlikely event of an emergency, we would ask you to proceed directly to your nearest exit. Once outside the building, you are asked to proceed to the car park on the east end of the building. So that's the car park to my right. In preparation for the ceremony, I would now ask guests to please turn off their mobile phones. Please also be aware that this event will be live streamed online and photographed. If you can please now stand for the graduand procession. If you can all remain standing for the academic procession. Thank you.
Please be seated. Ian Erica, Agrina Ushla, Foil to Rive, Gdian Sharma Shah, and a run for Dovoctony or Didakush or Aulamorian Colashta. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this graduation ceremony at which third level awards will be conferred on learners of Griffith College, Cork. Our panel members include Professor Diarmuid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, and Ronan Fenlon, Director of Griffith College. Noel Daly, Head of Academic Programmes in Griffith College, Cork. Programme Directors, Catherine O'Connell, Breeden McCarthy, Samania Abdi, Rachel Andrews. Programme Lecturers, Dale Mende, Lan O'Connor, Jeremy McCarthy, Diarmuid O'Leary, Deirdre Casey, Una Montague, and Brian O'Grady, and all those involved in the programmes delivered in Cork. I'd also like to welcome Diarmuid O'Leary, the Chief Executive Officer of Red FM. I'm Dr. Tomás McGuckagan, the Director of Academic Programmes at Griffith College, and I have the pleasure of being your MC for this graduation ceremony. Contúsa Correlation Himachdi, Iramanish Eran Tullif, Diarmuid Hegarty, Uachtaran Colashti Grifa, Lauertling Her Cowan Colashta. We'd like to begin the proceedings by inviting Professor Diarmuid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, to deliver a conferring address.
Deputy Lord Mayor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is wonderful to be again here in the Honan Chapel. It holds a special place in the hearts of the people of Cork, and we are honoured to be able to inherit its legacy. Today is a day for celebration of success. It's a day in which I'm reminded of an exchange between Woodrow Wilson, as president of Princeton University and the parent of a prospective student. The parent asked, "What can Princeton do for my son?" To which President Wilson responded, "We in Princeton University guarantee success, and if we don't succeed, you get your son back." Today, ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure to return to you, sons, daughters, husbands, wives, partners, with success written all over their faces. While today is your day, as we celebrate your success, we should pause to give thanks to the many who have contributed to it. Now, in the time-honoured tradition of Griffith College, I'm going to ask the parents, families and friends to stay seated while the graduates stand up. Now, I want you, the graduates, turn back to your families, partners and friends and express appreciation for support you've received over these many years by acclamation, applause, or however you like. I think you thought it was your day. But there was a grand plan. If anybody asks me how the graduation speech went, I can say it was interrupted with applause. Do sit down. As I say, today is your day, and treasure this special moment. It will live vividly in your memory for many years to come. An academic award is not an entitlement of rank or class. It's won through many hours of mental toil and diligent application. So no one can take this from you. So wear your gowns with pride and hold your qualifications in the high esteem they deserve. As president of the college, you'd wish me to acknowledge my colleagues, the work of colleagues who contributed to your success today. On your behalf, I'd like to thank all of the Griffith College Cork staff who've played their part in your success and assisted in organising today's ceremony. And to welcome and thank Griffith College Dublin staff here today, Tomás McGichagon and Ronald Fenlon. I'm delighted to welcome our distinguished speaker, Shane O'Neill, manager, PwC, and former captain of the Cork hurling team. I think the last accolade probably is, in fact, most highly valued. Shane joined PwC in April 2013 when he began his trainee contract with advisory services in Cork office. A day I remember well. The day I started my trainee contract. And prior to that, he obtained a first-class honours degree in process and chemical engineering and a first-class honours master's in financial economics, and both from UCC. He worked as a process engineer with Dupuy, Johnson & Johnson for 3 years. Shane has a great passion for GAA and won various minor, under-21, intermediate, county hurling championships with his club, Bishopstown. He also represents and captained Cork hurling teams at minor, under-21 and senior levels, winning an All-Ireland Senior Hurling Championship in 2005 and Munster Senior Hurling Championship in 2006 and 2014. He's also, for sins, a member of Lee Valley Golf Club. Thank you, Shane, for agreeing to act as our guest speaker. I'd like to also welcome another distinguished guest, Dermot O'Leary, CEO of Red FM, from whom we get great support and a great support to Griffith and to our journalists and faculty. Education is the mother of leadership, and leadership is the mother of success. Leadership requires faith in yourself, faith in your team, and faith in your values. Let me give you an example of a standing faith in oneself. A boy aged 8 years was horribly burnt in a schoolhouse fire which destroyed much of his lower body, crippling him with no use of his lower limbs. Following pleas from her son, his mother refused to let the doctors amputate. Released from hospital, His mother would massage his legs every day, but there was no feeling, no control. There was nothing but his own determination that he would walk again. Confined to a wheelchair, one day his mother wheeled him into the yard. He threw himself from the chair, pulled himself across the grass, dragging his legs behind him. He worked his way to the white picket fence, raised himself up, and then dragged himself along the fence. There was nothing more he wanted to do than develop life in those legs. Through daily massages, iron persistence, and resolute determination, 22 months later, he could stand and walk unaided. Eventually, he could run. By the age of 12, he'd beaten all the local high school runners. He made the track team in college, earning the name the Kansas Flyer. Throughout life, he'd have to massage his legs and do long warm-up exercises to maintain circulation. His injuries also meant that he could never run smoothly or efficiently. He compensated with endurance and strength. On June 16, 1934, this young man, who surely would never walk or run, his name Glenn Cunningham, ran the mile in 4 minutes, 6.8 seconds, breaking the world record. And in 1936, he became an Olympic silver medalist. His effort portrays that whatever you want to create in your life is yours for the making. You too can achieve great things. As indeed, I hope, will our computing science graduates, who in fact join what is an incredibly dynamic discipline. Along with the undergraduate and postgraduate computing science programs, the computing faculty continues to develop and deliver specialized programs in areas such as big data management and analytics, and information and network security. Growth of the IT sector in Ireland continues with the announcement of new jobs in the IT sector almost on a weekly basis. The college's business faculty has grown from strength to strength, partly due to a network of collaborations with universities from Beijing to Baoding. Graduates of our business programs are pursuing further education in Ireland and abroad. We're happy to see so many of you continue your studies with Griffith College, and we're looking forward to watching you continue to grow and develop as business leaders of the future. I would urge any of you who wish to function successfully in the commercial world in the 21st century to visit China and indeed learn Chinese. And to our Chinese graduates may I say, 今天我们非常高兴见到了我们中国学生的家长和亲友。今天我向你们的父母说，你们在爱尔兰学习非常努力，因为有你们中国的未来而更加美丽。Maybe I should translate for the benefit of our Chinese students as well. To explain, I've just welcomed the Chinese families and friends and stated that they should be proud of their sons' and daughters' achievement, as indeed should their country. Our media learners consistently excel in receiving nominations and awards, with 15 learners nominated in 6 categories at this year's S Media Awards. Winning awards for Best Film Script, Photographer of the Year, Best Small College Magazine, and in the photographer category, all 6 nominees were all Griffith College students. That happened to one educational institution only once before, when all 5 nominees for Photographer of the Year were actually from the same institution. In both cases, it was Griffith College. An AIB brand manager and journalism and visual media graduate, Ciara Brennan, won the IAPI's Cannes Young Lions Young Marketeers competition. She subsequently represented Ireland at the Cannes Festival of Creativity. We've all felt the disruptive and systemic change that has blown through the media and communication sector as the ongoing technological revolution upends these industries. Our alumni in Facebook, Google, the journal IE are leading digital change in RTE and Virgin Media, and are leading the new wave in mobile journalism. Griffith College is delighted to have been awarded the National Apprenticeships for Health Carers and Bar Managers. Under a similar initiative, Griffith has recently launched a central bank scholarship, whereby students leaving school work by day and pursue business studies by night. Over 500 students applied for 4 places. One applicant with 540 points. The central bank increased its recruitment from 4 to 10. I think it's likely that part-time students will in future receive government support for this form of dual learning, learn and earn simultaneously. As I said before, good leadership requires faith in your team and faith in your values. And an inspiring example of that is the recent Thai cave rescue. The level of coordination and planning was extraordinary. The Thai government reached out for help to the international community, who responded in force. Consider the teamwork of an estimated 10,000 people involved in the rescue, including 100 divers, 100 government agencies, 900 police officers, 2,000 soldiers, and countless volunteers. The 13 boys trapped inside the cave were guided in meditation by their coach, a former Buddhist monk, in order to stretch their resolve and to build their resolve and stretch their limited food and stay positive. Consider the values of all involved. The personal sacrifice was exemplified by the farmers who allowed pumped water, the equivalent of 400 Olympic-sized swimming pools, to inundate and kill their crops. The courage and competencies of the divers cannot be underestimated. Saman Kunan, a retired Thai Navy SEAL, made the ultimate sacrifice. He died as he was placing air tanks on an underwater supply route. This truly inspirational story of teamwork and values highlights our common humanity, our ability to pull together in times of need, our extraordinary resolve in times of crisis, and personal sacrifices given by individuals for the greater good. And the key to your and society's preparedness to make this contribution to the greater good is education. Your journey to success in the global economy is on the pathways to the leading edge of change. Ireland's capacity to cope with rapid change has led to great successes for this country and leads to great opportunities for you. We have in Ireland all the top 10 global technology companies, 18 of the world's 25 top medtech companies, and 18 of the 20 top pharma companies, all in Ireland. 7.5% of Ireland's workforce is in high technology sectors, outstripping the EU average of 4% and putting Germany into second place. Also remember that Irish companies in the United States employ as many people there as the US companies employ in Ireland. Over 70 nationalities are represented on our student body in Dublin, Cork and Limerick. And our non-EU bachelor's degree graduates can work in Ireland for 1 year. Through the Griffith alumni, you will have a huge network of contacts. A recent survey of alumni indicates there are over 800 graduates working in just 14 multinational firms across banking, accounting, IT, pharmaceutical and ICT sectors. So you can search for yourself through the alumni network or LinkedIn. But this is your network, make the most of it. Now that you're part of the Griffith alumni, don't hesitate to set your sights on the pinnacle of your profession. Your standards are set by fellow alumni, who last year took 22 prizes and so far this year have taken 19 prizes across all accounting body examinations. They include 6th in the world for ACCA and 2 first placed in Ireland ACCA placings. In the world, we're talking about 503,000 students in 179 countries. And also we've had 12 first places in CPA examination in 2017 and 11 first places in 2018. These alumni also include 8 past presidents and the current president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Ireland. CPA again awarded a Griffith College student with their prestigious Liam Donnelly Medal and Certificate of Excellence in 2018. We hope that for all graduates, your leadership will make a difference, just like the small boy spotted by an old man on a beach. One morning, following a big storm, he found the beach littered with starfish, as far as the eye could see. He noticed a small boy in the distance, every so often picking up an object and throwing it into the sea. As he got closer, he asked him what he was doing. And the boy replied, throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has washed them up. They can't return themselves. They'll perish in the sun unless I throw them back. And the old man replied, but there must be tens of thousands of starfish on the beach. Can you really make a difference? The boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. And he turned and smiled and said, it made a difference to that one. So you too can make a difference. We too have to make a difference. And key to the value of your award will be university status for Griffith College. We expect soon to be delegated authority to make our own awards. And these awards will be internationally benchmarked under our national qualifications framework and recognised throughout the world. The next stage, after making our own awards, is university status. And now that is open to Institute of Technology through amalgamation. In all fairness, given our size compared to many of the institutes, this should in time be open to us. And we too have to have faith. On a lighter note on faith and values, let me tell you a story about a fresh young accounting graduate who applies for a job with a small business. That business was built up from scratch by the owner, who interviews him and says, I need someone with an accounting degree, says the owner, but mainly someone to do all my worrying. How do you mean, said the accountant. Well, I've lots of things to worry about, but I want someone else to worry about money matters. Okay, said the accountant, but how much are you offering? Well, you can start on 75,000, says the owner. 75,000 euro? How can a business with your profits afford that? That, says the owner, is your first worry. I wish you success, not just in salary, but in every aspect of your lives. More important, I wish you continued faith in your values. And it seems to me that this particular poem eloquently expressed that aspiration. Ambition drives, the world ascends to lofty pinnacles on high. The quest for status quick transcends, the humble values cast awry. If you must crest success's wave, attain a status glow, beware the slippery path you pave, lest values trod below. From this reference, from this high ground, you'll gather I'm about to conclude. To all graduates, may I express the hope that over your period with us, we will have found a place in your hearts as you have in ours. I want you to know you're always welcome on campus, socially, educationally, or just to show off the new BMW. May I conclude by congratulating you again on your success and wish that you may harness the knowledge and experience acquired in Griffith College to achieve what you richly deserve, a successful and a fulfilling career. Thank you.
Iarm Nisher, Shane O'Neill, Bonastor le PwC, agus Ear Captain for an Kirkig, Lowertlin a Rave Camaha. I would like to invite Shane O'Neill, manager with PricewaterhouseCoopers and a former captain of the Cork hurling team, to address the graduates.
Professor Hagerty, distinguished guests, Griffith College staff, lecturers, and most importantly, everyone here who's graduating today. Thanks very much for the invite to talk at the ceremony. I appreciate that it's a very important day in your own personal and professional lives, so it's an honour to be asked to speak here today. Strangely enough, I heard that Joe Smith was asked to speak at the Dublin conferring, so I'm not entirely sure how he fit the bill, but especially seeing as he's managed Ireland for I don't know how many years now, and twice in the last 3 years he's beaten the All Blacks. And I was out playing golf last weekend, but I'll do my best. So just to give some background about myself, so I'm from Bishopstown in Cork City. Grew up there, went to primary school in Scoilsford, went to secondary school in Closh and after I completed my Leaving Cert, I went to UCC to study chemical engineering. So again, that was another 4 years. Went on to do a master's again in UCC, And after I graduated, it was around kind of 2007, 2008. The economy was, pretty poor shape. There wasn't, massive opportunity out there in terms of job or career prospects. I can remember a lot of my friends from either home or from college at the time were emigrating to Australia and Canada to look for work. And then I received a contract offer from Johnson & Johnson. So naturally enough, given that there wasn't a wealth of work out there, I grabbed it and I stayed with them for 3 years. And then after that period of time, I decided to completely switch back to finance. So took a trainee associate program with PricewaterhouseCoopers 5 years ago. So I would have gone back as part of that to do my accounting exams and accounting qualification. So that was when I was 27, and I'm with the firm now maybe 5.5 years, just touching on 6 years. So that's my probably more indirect route to a lot of you today in terms of graduation and career path, etc. And as both Professor Hegarty and Tomas kindly mentioned, in parallel with my various career changes and my own studies, I found a bit of spare time on the side to play hurling. So I grew up very close to the GA club in Bishopstown. So from a very young age, I would have been playing hurling and football. Was lucky enough then to be picked and to play with Cork from, I think it was 2005 to maybe 2016. So I had 10 or 11 years on the panel. Played with some top class players, and was lucky enough to win a few medals along the way. And obviously the wider benefits of playing sport in terms of discipline, gives you structure, gives you routine, all the health benefits, they're all well documented, so I won't bore you anymore. But so the point I'm trying to get to is, and these advantages aren't specific to sport, but whatever your external interests are in terms of hobbies or extracurricular activities, that all contributes to you as a person in terms of how you differentiate yourself from other people in the labour market. And just to give you maybe a practical example of that, my first week in PwC 5 years ago, I was sitting next to a girl who had actually studied music for 4 years. So I had done chemical engineering for 4 years. There was a girl next to me who had studied music for 4 years, and we were both going back doing accounting. So I think it's very much a symptom of the labour market now, and definitely companies are looking to take on very broad expertise. So it's not necessarily your primary degree that what you studied, and I think a lot of the qualifications that you're leaving here today with and programs that Griffith College have to offer, they're all very transferable in terms of the different industries and the different companies that would potentially be hiring you. And obviously speaking about the recognised qualification and trying to link it specifically to what you're leaving with here today, I think there's probably 4 or 5 key points when I was even looking through the brochure and seeing the different options available to you in terms of what career paths you can take and the qualifications that you've received over the last few years and months. It's very much a sign or an assurance of quality in terms of you've received an official qualification that's validated and recognised in the working world. I touched already that the skills that you have today and the qualifications that you're leaving with, they're very much transferable. So you can go across a wealth of industries, across different sectors, and you can move, and that gives you plenty of options in terms of different career paths. You've ticked the box in terms of your ability and your work ethic, and by gaining these qualifications, it shows that you're a keen learner and that you always want to kind of upskill. And again, I think that probably rolls up into my point earlier about having some sort of a differentiation to yourself and the rest of the labour market, and these kind of qualifications that you're leaving with today definitely helps you on that way. So on one hand, we talked about the qualifications and the skill sets, etc. That's probably only one side of the equation. So I think if you were to take a step back and look at the global economy or the national economy or the economy here in Cork, you pick up the paper most days or you listen to the news, and invariably it's about some uncertainty about Brexit or some uncertainty in relation to global kind of political relationships between the US and Russia or the EU, and it's all a bit of a mess these days. I don't know, personally in my own line of work, probably in the last 10 years, you look at maybe the two kind of main pillars of Irish society with, you know, the government on one side and then maybe the national banks, and they've both gone through massive transformational change really in the last decade or so, where you've got maybe uncertainty in terms of the Irish political scene, and then we had a complete collapse in the Irish banking system, and they're only beginning to find their feet now again. So I think, in summary, that normally presents itself with massive opportunity. So anytime that there's huge change in economic markets or labour markets, that lends itself to significant opportunity. And even just, I suppose, me being a Cork man, to give my tuppence worth in terms of the Cork economy and the overall performance of it. When you look back and you see, or when you take a step back and look at Cork as a region, both city and county, you know, there's huge companies here, massive multinationals like Pfizer, Eli Lilly, Apple, J&J, Musgraves, Dell, you know, the list goes on. The population is booming in both city and county. There's various developments here in the city, so we've got the event centre, hopefully to be constructed next year, and then there's various developments around the city as well. Horgan's Quay, Navigation Square, there's new hotels, and again, Professor Hegarty touched on the tech sector and the IT sector in particular, and I think when you look at the likes of Amazon setting up here, Facebook, VMware, and I think I read somewhere recently that the digital economy just in Cork alone is valued at something like 1 billion. So it just goes to show, we'll say, where the next kind of big bet or the next area of growth within the kind of city and county is going to find itself in the next few years. And again, when you couple that, that growth in the national market, whether it's specific to Cork or to Ireland, with, we'll say, the qualifications that you have, that provides massive opportunity in terms of, career paths, career goals, and whatever plans you want to put in place for yourself. So I think on one hand, you've obviously proved yourself in terms of skill sets, and you have the qualification, you have the work ethic, and then on the other hand, there is opportunity out there. Now, plenty of competition as well in terms of your other peers graduating today, and we'd say across Limerick and Dublin and other parts of the country. But the big question for you to answer, I suppose, in the next few weeks and months is, how are you going to position yourself in terms of taking use of these opportunities that are afforded to you? And what I found useful for myself, anytime I was making a significant decision in terms of career path or career guidance, literally I would have started with a blank canvas, and then I would have probably documented and brainstormed a bit in terms of what are the kind of sectors that I'd like to work in, what are the specific companies working in those sectors in my local region, and then you just identify key contacts that you might have in each of the sectors, and try to network as much as you can in those areas with the correct people, and maybe put some sort of a plan or align a plan, whether it's a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan. They seem to be the kind of buzzwords at the moment. And then once you go through all the steps in the process, that will hopefully lend itself to making a proper informed decision in terms of your own career path. So just to close as well, thanks very much to Professor Hegarty and Griffith College for inviting me to speak here today. Again, congrats to everyone who graduated here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and the evening, and most importantly, best of luck in the future. Thanks very much.
Nis boilen fáilte go raibh go dtí an cuid den ócáid in an run for cáiliachtaí náisiúnta, coláiste agus idirnáisiúnta Vic Lane and coláiste. I now welcome you to the part of our proceedings at which national and international awards will be conferred on learners of the college, and I declare open this awards ceremony. Ira mar an talamh Diarmaid Hegarty, Uachtar an coláiste Griffith, cáiliachtaí náisiúnta agus idirnáisiúnta bhrunne ar na fálamóirí Tádar Herbert Egan Goláiste. I call upon Professor Diarmaid Hegarty, President of Griffith College, to confer awards on the learners of this college presented by the college for that purpose.
Now, let me explain to you the significance of this particular moment. You will notice, or may have noticed, that in fact I, in my earlier discourse, referred to you as graduands. And that's the Latin gerund, refers to those in course of graduating. Okay? Once I've read out this particular pronouncement, you will be referred to as graduates. Because this is the moment when, in fact, all of your hard work, all of your effort, work, commitment, the last however number of years, be it 1, 3 to 4 years, is recognized in terms of officially being awarded or being conferred the qualification you've earned. And I do so on behalf of QQI, which is the national validating body that validates our awards, and you actually receive awards of QQI, Qualifications in Quality Assurance Ireland. Hakan Kalorsti Griffith, agus Corla Diavi Kalikta, agus Kalikti Erin. Branham Kalikti, a Fialamori an Kalorsta, a Vin Kaidanamach, Ilechna Kalikti, agus Iram, Gugurter, na Fialamori, Femavroid, Gun Gafedalam, a Quidparg, a Herbert Doiv, Gaform Rule. For the benefit of those who don't have Irish as their mother tongue, let me repeat that in English. On behalf of Griffith College and Quality and Qualifications Ireland, I hereby confer the awards on the learners of the college who've achieved the standards determined for those awards, and I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchments. Congratulations.
Iramanish Catherine O'Connell, Shurahor Corsa, Irahori Kuntashifta agus Aragadish Akaran or Láthir. I call upon Catherine O'Connell, Programme Director, to present the candidates from the college's Accounting and Finance Programme.
Graduates of the Accounting and Finance Programme, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to mark this special day by saying a few words. As Programme Leader of and as a lecturer on this Accounting and Finance Programme, I have to acknowledge the hard work and commitment of these international students. I have pleasure in welcoming our first Cork graduates from HFU in China. Some of you are now on master's programmes in University College Cork, Cardiff and Glasgow universities. Classmates back in China work in finance, business and accountancy. I encourage all graduates to stay in touch. We love to know how well you are doing. If we can provide support, please contact us. On a personal note, I must congratulate Emilia, our top academic achiever, who also got engaged during the year and very recently married. So congratulations. To all of you, it has been a privilege to be part of your academic journey, and you should be very proud of your achievements. On behalf of the business faculty, I wish you all every success in the future. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs in accounting and finance and who are worthy of the QQI awards. And I request you to present their award parchments to them. BA Honours in Accounting and Finance, Emilia Akabue. Ijua Shun. Jahanzeb Khan. Ushu Wong. Shofa Yuen. Ling Zhu.
Irmanish Breed McCarthy, Count Diva, Nahirahori Ganoa Herbert. I call upon Breed McCarthy, Programme Director, to present the candidates from the College's Faculty of Business.
I'm very pleased to be here to join you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. First of all, congratulations to all of you. You should be very, very proud of yourselves for accomplishing this goal. Today, we have both full-time and part-time students graduating from our Level 8 BA Honours in Business Studies degree. All of these students displayed such dedication and commitment over the last 3 years, whilst always maintaining a great sense of camaraderie. Their tremendous hard work was very worthwhile, as many are graduating with a first-class honours award. This is a fantastic achievement. A special mention to our part-time cohort. Evening students face a unique set of challenges, juggling full-time employment and family commitments, while attending classes and submitting assignments. This takes real dedication and determination. Well done to Anna Maria Gollum, who received the overall highest mark in the BA Honours in Business Studies. Hopefully, studying at Griffith College has instilled a lifelong thirst for further education. Best of luck in all your future endeavours. President, I present to you the following candidates who've successfully completed programmes in business studies and are worthy of the QQI Awards, and I request you to present their award parchments to them. BA Honours in Business Studies, Harry Ariel. Angela Barry. Lauren Bates. Thomas Collins. Vanessa Cuna dos Santos. Flavia de Rosa Alves Carrera. Marguerite Gabriel. Anna Maria Gollum. Ellen Horgan. Laura Hosford. MacDonald Madikula. Carla McMenamin. Ida Murphy. Owen O'Connor. Emma O'Farrell. Arafat Shah. Jack Simpson.
Iramanish Samania Abdi, Stewart Corsa, Nahirahori Reverukta Herbert. I call upon Samania Abdi, Programme Director, to present the candidates from the college's computing science programmes.
Graduates of the computing, family and friends, distinguished guests, welcome. As program leader of computing faculty, it is my great pleasure to join you here today to share with you this memorable occasion of the 2018 graduation ceremony of the Griffith College Cork. Please let me first express my warmest congratulations to our graduates who have successfully gone through an important stage of life with their perseverance, hard work, and commitments. Today is a very special day, not only for our graduates, but also for both my colleagues and I in computing faculty. We are very proud to celebrate your wonderful achievements. In this graduating class, we have graduates from different parts of the world: India, Croatia, South Africa, Bangladesh, Lithuania, and Ireland. Over the years of study, they shared their different cultural experiences with each other, and I believe this will enrich their future personal and professional lives. We are very impressed that the majority of the graduates of computing programs at Griffith College Cork have ended up in senior technical and management roles in leading IT companies such as Apple, Dell EMC, Johnson Control, Amazon, and Deloitte. And others have pursued further studies in prestigious institutions in Ireland and abroad. I have no doubt that their futures will be bright, whether in industry or academia. On behalf of the faculty, I would like to congratulate you once again and wish every one of you every success for the future. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs in the college's computing faculty and who are worthy of the QQI Awards, and I would request you present their parchment to them. So, BSc in Computing, Dylan Barry. Higher Diploma in Science in Computing, Mindagos Bieliaskas. Mark Clifford. Tawhid Hassan. Sidar Joshi. Petra Kovac. Dominika Michalowska. John O'Leary. Barry Ryan. Sharon Spillan. Philip Watson. Derek van der Bell.
Iramanish Rachel Andrews, Stjórahor Corsa, Irahorio and the man Comersaida Herbert. I call upon Rachel Andrews, Programme Director, to present the candidates from the college's Journalism and Media programmes.
Graduates of the BA in Journalism class of 2018, special guests, family and friends, I would like to say a few words to mark this special day for this graduating class. As Programme Director of the BA in Journalism, I would like to acknowledge this group of dynamic young ladies and gentlemen for their hard work and dedication to their studies and their commitment to gaining industry experience in conjunction with their academic pursuits. The journalism graduates, while studying, worked with news organisations outside of the college, gaining experience with outlets such as Cork's 96 FM, Red FM, as well as other areas of print and online journalism. It has been a challenging journey, but also rewarding one. And it is a great pleasure to have worked with you all during your time at Griffith College. I know that some of the journalism graduates have already gone on to take internships with public relations companies in Dublin, while others have begun to move into the exciting and dynamic area of podcasting. I look forward to watching you progress into the future. I've no doubt that your futures will be successful, whether it is in industry or pursuing postgraduate studies here or abroad. It has been exciting to work with you all in such an individual capacity, which is one of the strengths of the course offered here in Griffith. At this point, I would like to take this opportunity to wish the BA in Journalism graduates and all the other graduates here today the very best of luck with your future careers. And remember that we are only an email or phone call away if you need our support or advice. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs in the journalism faculty and who are worthy of the QQI Award of BA in Journalism. And I request you to present their award parchments to them. QQI Award, BA in Journalism, Daniel O'Connor. Ciara Ryan. Evine Sinnott.
Iramanish Brian O'Grady, Stjórahor Corsa, Irahor Izmir Herbert. I call upon Brian O'Grady, Programme Director, to present a candidate from the Certificate in Small Medium Enterprise Management.
President, I present to you the following candidate who has successfully completed, in association with ISME, the Certificate in SME Management, who is worthy of the QQI Award, and I request you request his parchment to him. Pat Barry.
Corinne Shokriach Lemruna na Davachtani. This concludes the presentation of the college's award candidates. Tá Anna Hasanish Egan Galashta, Dúshna Vruna, or issue the Derry Globe or Fiaushta Wintermark in a good lane. The college now has the pleasure of announcing a number of prizes, which are awarded to learners who've achieved excellence in their studies. And I would call upon Professor Diarmuid Hegarty, President of the College, to present these prizes. The following prizes are presented in respect of the college's programmes in Griffith College, Cork, and the first is awarded in respect of the BA Honours in Accounting and Finance. The best academic achievement on the BA Honours in Accounting and Finance is awarded to Amelia Akubui. The next prize is awarded in respect of the BA Honours in Business Studies. The best academic achievement on the BA Honours in Business Studies is awarded to Anna Maria Gollum. The next prize is awarded in respect of the Higher Diploma in Science in Computing. The best academic achievement on the Higher Diploma in Science in Computing is awarded to Barry Ryan. The next prize is awarded in respect of the BA in Journalism. The best academic achievement on the BA in Journalism is awarded to Daniel O'Connor. Every year, Griffith College Cork awards a special prize to the Student of the Year. There are 2 graduation ceremonies to be held today in Griffith College Cork, this being the first. And at this ceremony here, we will be awarding the Student of the Year. It's awarded in respect of the BA Honours in Accounting and Finance. The Student of the Year on the BA Honours in Accounting and Finance is Shufa Wan. Ian Erica, a gwine uisle, currim creach leis an Sharman seo chun dábhachtanaí a bhrunne Aulamóirí Coláiste, Beran Buchas Liv Galéir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the ceremony for the purpose of conferring awards on the graduates of the college. My best wishes and thanks to you all. While the graduates are here with us, I'd like to take this opportunity to briefly mention the Griffith College Alumni Network. With over 30,000 graduates living in Ireland, Europe, and in over 104 countries worldwide, this network is an excellent way to stay in touch with classmates, fellow graduates, and the college. The network is also proving to be a valuable resource for graduates seeking or changing employment. Details about the network are available on griffithalumninetwork.com and from the alumni section of the college's website. On behalf of the college, I would like to invite all of the guests of the graduates here today to enjoy a glass of wine, cup of tea, and some refreshments immediately after this ceremony. I would ask the graduates to oblige us for a few more moments of their life so we can capture in photographs just how lovely you look today. Once we've done that, we will allow you to rejoin your family and friends and guests to celebrate your achievements in style. Please stand for the academic procession.